Okay, so this is just a PSA through, I guess I'll play this through the course of this video series, just to give everybody a heads up. There will be Volvo parts getting destroyed, and there will be BMW parts getting destroyed. So, if you don't like it, don't watch. Eventually, I'll be done, and there'll be a recap video. And you can just go straight to that. You don't have to watch me cut up a bunch of parts where you're going to cry and tell me how valuable they are. Everybody, have fun with the video. Hello, people of the internet. So, next stage of doing the headlight thing on the Volvo swap, whatever. Obviously, it's not in frame, so it doesn't matter. But I got to get the existing headlight out and set in the new. They're set in the frame with the new headlight bucket because I got to figure out how far back the quad lights have to go to set so that I can get the trim on. And it's actually kind of, I guess it's not super detailed, but it's a little fiddly with it because you got to get the lights into the car far enough, and when you put the trim on the outside, the trim can sit down, but then you also have to take into consideration where there's going to be setbacks that didn't used to exist in relationship to existing Volvo trim and things of that nature. So you got to get the headlight in, you got to get the headlight frame in, you got to get the bucket in, you got to kind of loosely fit it so you know where things are, and then you can go from there. You can start figuring out, okay, well, where do I have to build mounts off of the framework? Do I have to build mounts off of the framework? Do I have to build filler panels? Will the trim hide everything? You know, stuff like that. So that's where we're at. That's where we'll get started. I'm gonna grab the camera. And so again, you know, we're working on the right-hand side right now. And so marker light has to come out first. There's 2 bolts vertically behind the marker light. You have to take this piece of trim out, which is these 2 screws, and then you take this bolt or nut, and then there's another one. I don't have a light, but there's another one directly underneath it. So all those have to come out first. Obviously, disconnect the headlight connector, disconnect the bulb socket or the bulb connector, and you know, you can get to work from that point. So we're gonna pause, take some stuff out. I'll show you what I'm talking about, and then yeah, we'll test fit the new. Well, actually, before we test fit the new one, some of the stuff. I'm prepared, really. So I put the trim rings back on the buckets because while the glass of the headlight will dome above this, the trim rings, when this all goes together and sits in properly, the trim rings kind of sit flush with this area of the grill trim, of the BMW grill trim anyway. So that's what I've got to work with. Also, no matter how much I take out on the Volvo, you know, this whole grill section, actually, let me change the camera here. Hold on. That's a little better. So this whole grill section will not be able to fit. Period. End of sentence. What I'm going to try to do is use this mold reinforcement here as a cut line, and we'll cut this section off. And then here, I'm probably going to end up having to draw a straight line off of this edge, like right here where the ribbed plastic meets the, I guess, the headlight bucket trim. But this is probably going to have to come off just straight right there, because this, obviously, you can see this is very tight to where that marker light's going to be, and the marker light's a hard flat surface here, so that will be involved in it too. Is we've got to get we got to get this frame set, I get this set in the frame roughly where I think it's going to need to be. That's got to get cut. Then it's all got to try to be fit together and trimmed and matched. And then if we need any filler pieces to come down or up here, if we need to build any additional mounting brackets, and I do still need to fix this. A couple plastic staples in that will get the job done. Got a little crazy with the cutoff wheel. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a couple things, turn the camera off, come back once I got something better to show you. But that's a rough idea of what's got to start happening. All right, so we started getting everything apart, and I wanted to make, or at least point out a couple of things. Number one, your 2 bolts here have a 10mm head, so you need a 10mm socket. This one here, I've had to replace mine, and I can't remember originally if it was a through bolt or a fixed stud that broke out of here. But these are number 6mm screws, so again, it's 10mm head. The plastic screws that hold the piece in here, these are a T25. And just in case, because it's been a while since I took one of these apart and I had forgotten, if you see in there, right there, there's a nub. There's a third T25 head plastic screw, and what it is it's tucked up. You can see on this one, it's tucked up into that little divot. So if you're not really looking for it or looking at it, it's not obvious to see like these other two are. So just be mindful of that. It's there. Don't get wild and crazy trying to pull the plastic without taking all 3 of these T25s. And then again at the bottom, it's another 10mm head bolt, so probably 6mm thread on it. Yeah, I got a lot of bugs in my condenser. But that's where we're at. I just wanted to give that little bit of information. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've changed the headlights. I had to change these when I first bought the car, and that's been 7 or more years now. So that's where we're at. We'll keep working, plugging away, and see what we get. Okay, so the test frame, or the cut frame, is in. The buckets are in. Let's get a way back picture here. I don't know. I think it's going to look cool. It's what I want. If it's not what you want, don't do it. Grow up. That's the way it works in life. So everything is just kind of loosely fit in here. As you can see, there's a bit of structure back there and one of the adjustment knobs. But from this angle, let's see if I can hold the camera. I can still get to the adjustment knob from there. So that's not a problem. Let's see if we've got any other issues on the inside here. Not gonna be able to see it because I can't get the camera in the right spot. But just behind the filler neck here is the top adjuster knob for the low beam. So that might turn off. Technology. I can still get to it, and while it is tight against it, it's not all the way. Worst comes to worst, I might have to redo how the filler neck goes in. I wonder if I can. Oh, well, there, that solved that problem. Right there, I can turn the filler neck, and all of a sudden, I've got all the room I need. Doesn't like to be turned, but we can work with it. They can figure it out from there. Looks like I can still get my driving light cable. That'll still fit with no problem. If not, I'll just drill a hole in the bulkhead down there and pass it through. Put a little touch-up paint on it, call it a day. As you can see, there's plenty of room. Actually, if I just, let's see, where are we at? If I just enlarge that hole right there, that'll be plenty of room. I don't know if you can see, but I got a whole bunch of staples in there to hold that together. I got one staple up here to hold that together. Now I got to get the marker put back in to test and figure out how I'm going to cut I might even have to set the grill in. I think for now I'm going to focus on this edge, because as you can see, that is that's right on it. I mean, it might even come down to the point where I have to take on that plastic trim. I might have to cut part of that out. But that's a deal with it in a few moments problem. All right, so after a little bit of test fitting, I marked out on this grill and I cut it. So, you know, you E28 guys, sorry, at least the other one started out broken, but this one was perfect, other than being faded. As you can see, there still needs a lot more trimming and everything, and this side of the headlight grill assembly is definitely going to be in the way of the marker. But that's kind of what we're looking at. And everything's still pretty loose in there. The only thing I've got bolted in to the properly is this piece. So might have to take a little more of this out. It's definitely going to have to come all the way up to this edge ring to get in here. I could probably take out this corner, but it does provide a lot of fitment for everything up here, so I'm trying to leave as much of that as I can. So yeah, I guess if I can't trim enough out of this, the next trim will be between, let's see, between here and the tape. That should be able to get me close enough over here, and I'm in the camera, and still behind this piece when the face trim goes back on. Then I've got to figure out over here, and I'm gonna guess just by looking at it, I'm probably gonna have to find a straight line and just come down. Maybe try to cut in between this flat. This flat's about a 1/4 inch thick across. Maybe try to cut just this outside off. But I got to try to make it as straight of a line as I can. It's kind of hard to tell because this grill is slanted from bottom up as it goes to the top. It's in at the bottom, it's out at the top, and then it's also slightly pitched left to right as well. So there's a lot of compound going on there. But this is reasonably a straight cut. So back to, as Casey Customs would say, back to cutting some shit. Okay, man, I've had enough fun for this episode. We'll work on it a little more. This has been exceptionally fiddly, and it's almost. The marker light isn't quite seated in all the way. I don't know if you can tell, but it's still dragging the side of the marker light. I really do need to cut it into this ring to make it sit reasonably well in there. Let's see if I can do this without knocking the marker light out and breaking the marker light. There we go. So far, yeah, see, it was almost locked in. It's right there. This is going to be the mount to hold it into the frame here and here, but right now it's just tensioned in place so that I can still work with if I have to position, tweak anything front to back. I think this is about where I want it. So it's lined up pretty even down here, and yeah, so I think that's where we're at. So yeah, that's where we're leaving it. Let's see here, turn around. Oof, there we go. All right, so everybody get out, have fun, go do something you like, and maybe there'll be something a little bit more interesting in the next video. I did not think watching me trim, you know, 1 million pounds of plastic was very interesting, so you didn't get to see a whole lot. But this is the start. I'm pretty confident now that it'll actually work. It's just getting this grill assembly done. and I might have to like even go so far as to order some plastic sheet and just build a custom one. But if I can prevent that, I'm gonna try to. So everybody get out, have fun, go do something you like.